and welcome to 45 minutes of yoga. I'm Karen, and I'm so glad that you're joining me for this flow that's going to incorporate stretches for the hips and the hamstrings, especially your hip flexors. We're going to stretch your calves. We're going to stretch your shoulders. Just a lot of good stuff, all with deep breath that's going to allow you at the end to be able to focus better, to be able to stay more calm, and hopefully just have that clarity on what's most important to focus on and what it's time to let go of. So I want you to put everything to the side before you start this and not enter into yoga real distracted. We're all going to have our mind kind of, whirling a little bit, thinking about things. As soon as you notice that, just breathe and exhale it out and just decide you're going to pick it up at the end of class, okay? So this is a Zoom class that I videoed. So when I'm facing the camera and saying left or right, just either do what you see me doing or what you hear me saying. But we're even in the end. We do both sides. So let's take this present moment, these several moments for you. Here we go. So we are going to start in child's pose today. We're going to bring those knees apart. We're going to rest our forehead on the mat. And just let the middle of the chest kind of sink towards the mat. Let's just allow that back to loosen up a little bit. Allow us to take a few deep breaths in and out before we get started. Just letting the middle of the chest surrender towards the mat. Just take a second to think about where you're feeling the tightness the most right now. Let's think about taking care of those areas of our body. And putting to the side anything that you're concerned about or that mind is kind of whirling around. Let's just bring ourselves to this present moment. One more deep cleansing breath here. And as we exhale, let's go ahead and come on to our hands and knees. And just start some cat-cow stretches, arching up and glancing up to the ceiling. So just doing that a couple more times. And one more. Good. Let's go ahead and come to our plank. So you want those wrists below your shoulders. And remember, you could be on your knees or your toes. Abs are engaged, and let's hug the sides. Come on down slowly. Let's come into Sphinx first. So kind of lift that head up and gently pull that chest forward. Take some deep breaths in and out. And then let's lower that chest, bring your hands underneath your shoulders and lift that head up towards the sky as we open up the chest. And let's go ahead and come to down dog, tuck those toes under. Let's lift those hips up and try to relax our feet, relax our quadriceps, and allow that rib cage and diaphragm to expand and contract. You want to make sure that you roll some of the weight out of the heel of the hand, a little bit more towards those knuckles. So let's go ahead and roll to your right side plank. You're going to make sure your right wrist is directly under the shoulder, left arm up to the sky, and this right knee is either down or both legs straight. It's up to you. Let's roll that left shoulder open. Take 2 deep breaths in and out. Good. Let's slowly come back to plank. Abs lifted up. Your knees are either down on the mat or up. And you're going to hug those sides. Come on down. Nice up dog, opening the chest. And we're coming to down dog. Feel free to do a push-up first if you want to. That is always an option. Either take it or leave it. So my feet are hip width apart. They're not farther out. They're not all the way together. And I'm going to take turns bending one knee and then the other. stretching those calves as you breathe. Good, let's go ahead and walk or softly jump those feet to your hands. And with that chin in your chest, just hang the head down and let's reach our right toes up to the ceiling. So let's bring the nose towards your left knee. And if you want to, that left hand can hold the ankle. And let's straighten that left leg just as tall as you want to as the nose comes towards the knee and the right toes lift. Good, let's bring those feet together. Glance up and reverse swan dive up. Standing back bend. Good, let's take that right arm down, keeping those feet together. Deep breath in, reach. Exhale, right fingertips walk down. Let's stretch down that left side. Right hand grabs the wrist, gently pull and just rest your head in half moon. Good, deep breath in. Exhale a little bit deeper, pressing your left foot into the mat. Good, let's come up to the front of the mat, standing back bend. Let's lower those arms down to shoulder height, bring your right toes behind you, engage your abdominals, and let's go ahead and come into warrior three. So those right toes reach behind you. You're taking deep breaths in and out. Good, let's lunge on those right toes, bending your left knee, and let's lean back into your crescent lunge. Right hip flexor stretches you. Tuck that pelvis under. And look past those fingertips, swing through, and bring it up. Let's take the right foot back a little bit farther and lean back. Good, look past those fingertips, palms down, and your left foot comes back. Abs are engaged, let's hug the sides, come on down. Up dog with an open chest, and push up or not, come on to down dog. So as those feet are relaxed, let's roll some weight out of the heel of the hand, a little bit more towards your knuckles. Hips lift and knees and quadriceps and feet relax. As we connect to that breath and roll to our left side plank. So that left wrist is directly below the shoulder. Your right arm is up, and you know you can take that left leg straight if you'd like. This is your yoga practice. Make it your own. Modify when your body needs it. It's totally up to you. Slowly back to plank. Abs are strong. Hug those sides. Come on down. Nice up dog. Push up or not, and down dog. Again, sink the head down, relax your quadriceps, relax your feet. As the tailbone lifts up to the sky, we walk or softly jump those feet to your hands. So fingertips on the ground, chin in your chest. You're gonna go ahead and take those left toes up. Let's walk the hands closer to that right foot. Nose towards your knee, left toes reach. If you want that right hand to hold the ankle, you can. Just an option. And your right knee is just as straight as you feel comfortable. Inhale, reach, and exhale, toes down. Glance up, reverse swan dive up. Standing back bend. Good, and that left arm comes down. Feet are together, reach the right arm up and walk those left fingertips down. Good, let's lengthen down your right side and just rest the head and breathe in half moon. Inhale. Exhale a little bit deeper with that right foot pressed to the mat. Good, standing back bend. And look past those fingertips, come on down. And let's go ahead and take your left toes behind you. So your abs are strong, and you're gonna make that back a tabletop as that left leg reaches back. Of course, if you need to keep that left leg close to the mat, please do. Inhale, reach the toes. Exhale, gently lunge. Your right knee is bent. And let's lean it back into that crescent lunge. Looking past our fingertips, swing through. Inhale up. Exhale, left foot goes back a little farther. Tuck that pelvis under and lean back. Good, let's bring those palms down. Right foot back. Abs strong, come on down. Up dog. Feel free to do that push up and then come to down dog. Exhale, just sink the top of the head towards the mat and relax your quadriceps. Remember to roll some of that weight towards the knuckles rather than the heel of the hand. And to your exhale, let's walk or softly jump those feet to your hands. And let's look up, lift the tailbone, reverse swan dive up. Standing back bend. And let's open it up in a mountain. And let's go ahead and find a focal point so that you can come into tree pose. So let's put the weight more towards that right leg. You're just on your left toes. Hands at your heart, and you're gonna find a spot where those eyes are gonna stay. Once you know where those eyes are gonna stay right there, if you want to, you can lift the left leg higher, completely up to you. Deep breaths in and out. Let's go ahead and bring our branches up. And without shrugging the shoulders, I want you to lengthen between the rib cage and the hip bone. And your hands can be together or apart. I want this to be your tree. Each one's gonna be a little different. And sway in the wind a little bit, no problem. Let's bring those hands back to the heart. And let's go ahead and extend your left leg behind you. So again, abdominals engaged. Let's lift that left leg back into warrior three. And then go ahead and gently lunge. You're gonna bring your hands down. And we're gonna scoot that right foot to the right for prayer twist. Anytime you need to rest that left knee, please do. Your left elbow comes to the outside of the thigh, palms pressed together, and right elbow is aiming up toward your ceiling. You're not shrugging your shoulders, and we can take the left leg a little farther away from you if you want to. Just keep breathing. One more deep breath in and out. And let's slowly bring one hand down and then the other. Left knee down, and we're gonna scoot the right foot to the middle of the mat. We're gonna shift our weight back. We're gonna slide our right leg straight forward, not at an angle. We wanna get a good right hamstring stretch. You're gonna decide how far out it goes. When you've got enough of a stretch, you're gonna stop there. Now start to bend your elbows. Really relax that right foot and allow that belly to expand and contract with each breath. See if you can sink your left quadricep, the front of that left thigh, towards the mat. Your weight's evenly distributed. We're not leaning to our right or left. Dissolve tightness down that right hamstring. 2 more breaths. Good. On the exhale, we're gonna slowly back ourselves up a little bit. We're gonna bring that right foot to the mat, and we're gonna bring our chest up. Now, if you feel like your back knee needs some cushion, you can fold the mat up in the back. I want you to take your left forearm to the outside of your right thigh. Look over your right shoulder with the right hand at your low back. Bend your right knee and breathe. Stay right here. or your left foot can lift and you can grab it. If that stresses you out, or you're holding your breath, or you just can't reach it, don't worry about it. Everybody's bending that right knee nice and deep, glancing over that right shoulder, dissolving tension. Let's all slowly untwist and bring our right knee to the mat and do a nice cat-cow stretch. Good, now we're gonna extend our right leg behind us. So the right wrist is directly under the shoulder, right leg out, and your left arm reaches for spinal balance. Now you can stay right here, or you can bend that right knee, the foot comes up, left hand reaches around to grab your right foot, and you can lift that left leg up and push the top of the foot away from you. Same as before, if this is too much, just extend back out, no problem. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, reach as long as you can. And hand and knee down. Let's sit our hips to the right and bring your right hand on top of the left. Deep breath. Just really let those hips sit to the right. And exhale, we're going to untwist. Let's come up to those knees. Clasp our fingertips at our low back. Shoulder blades gently pull down, chin in your chest. Lift the hands a little bit. And if you want to, you can fold forward. You don't have to. Rest that forehead, take a couple breaths. And then gently release the arms. And let's all just round those shoulders. Good, come on back to your hands and knees, and then come to your plank again. Let's hug those thighs. Come on down. Nice up dog. Push up if you want to, and then down dog. Reminder that those feet are hip width apart, not farther. And they're also not touching. And then just relax your thighs. Lift the hips up without pointing those toes. Don't forget your deep breath in and out through your nose as you walk or softly jump those feet to your hands. Now feet together, let's cross those forearms, hold our opposite calf, straighten the legs best we can, nose towards our knees. Release the arms, glance up, and reverse swan dive up. Standing back bend. Good, open it up in a mountain. And before we do tree on the other side, let's take those feet a good distance apart. You want both your feet on the mat. Bend your knees a little bit, and let's bring those hands down. So really just spread those feet as far apart as you would like and sink your head down. Deep breaths in and out. Let's feel that release in our hamstrings as well as our inner thighs. And let's take the right hand down. Left arm reaches to the sky. Bend your right elbow so the right ear gets closer to the mat, and then roll this left shoulder open. All the while lifting the tailbone to the sky. And switch. Left hand down, right arm up, roll the right shoulder open, bend that left elbow so the ear gets closer to the mat. Hands down and fingertips facing behind you. Walk those hands back. Let the head sink to the mat. Relax your quadriceps, the front of those thighs. And then fingertips facing the front. Let's bend those elbows, sink the elbows down, and take some deep breaths. Enjoy that nice stretch. Good, let's go ahead and walk those feet a little closer together. Bend your knees a little bit and just roll yourself up. Shoulders away from those ears. And now let's go ahead and do tree pose. We're going to bring more weight to our left foot. So make sure you found that focal point, that spot where those eyes are going to stay. And when you're ready, you're going to slide that right foot higher up if you want to. You can always bring it down here, keeping that nice focus with your eyes. And bring in those branches up when you're ready, not shrugging the shoulders. And let's lift the rib cage away from the hip bone. Hands together or apart, that is up to you. Deep breath in, lift the rib cage up. And exhale, let's go ahead and bring those hands to the heart. And you're going to extend your right leg behind you. So abs are engaged, right leg back. Bring your back as a tabletop, just the best that you can. And gently lunge. Let's go ahead and bring those hips down. Let's bring that left foot over to the left. Right knee could rest whenever you need to. Well, let's do our prayer twist. So right elbow on the outside of that thigh. Palms together and your left elbow is up. We're not shrugging our shoulders. Right foot can walk a little farther away from you. Face stays calm. Improving balance and strength and flexibility all at the same time. And on your exhale, one hand down, and then the other with that right knee to the mat. And we're going to go ahead and walk our left foot towards the middle of the mat. We're going to shift our weight back and slide that left leg straight forward. You decide how far you're going to go. Your right knee can go back a little bit, hands towards that left foot, and just start to bend your elbows. Sink that right quadricep towards the mat. Deep breath in. And exhale, sinking that chest down. Lengthen down your left hamstring. Dissolve that tightness. Two more breaths. The end of that last exhale, let's walk those hands back. Bring that left foot back to the mat. And now we're going to go ahead and bring our chest up. And we want to be able to sink our hips forward, right forearm on the outside of your left thigh. Look over that left shoulder with the left hand at your low back. Bend that left knee nice and deep. Take some breaths. If you want to, you don't have to. That right foot comes up and you can grab it. Just because you can do it on one side doesn't always mean that you can do it on both. We have a little bit different flexibility, strength, and balance on each side. So do you decide whether you're doing it or not? Bend that left knee and take a nice deep breath in and out. And let's slowly untwist. Bringing our left knee to the mat. Give yourself that nice cat-cow stretch. Good, and your left wrist is directly under the shoulder with that left leg behind you. Engage the abdominals and reach your right arm long. If you want to, left foot in the air, right hand reaches around to grab it, and that left leg lifts up to the sky as we push the top of the foot away from us. Keep your breath nice and deep. Lift up and inhale. Exhale, let's extend back out and reach. Hand and knee down. Hips to the left and left hand on top of the right. Deep breath. Good, let's slowly untwist. And let's go ahead and come back to our plank. Engaging those abs, wrists below those shoulders. Come on down slow. Up dog. Open that chest, head up, push up or not, and then down dog. So roll some of that weight out of the heel of the hand more towards your knuckles. That is much better for those shoulders. Deep breaths in and out through the nose, bringing your attention to your breath and the sensations in your muscles as we reach our right toes up. Walk our hands back a little bit, bend that right knee, and allow it to hang to the left. Enjoy that nice opening of the right hip and the stretch straight down the right side of the rib cage. And let's slide our right knee between our hands for pigeon. Let's tuck our left toes under, walk the leg back. Let's open the chest. Make sure we're not going to roll to our right. We want to keep that belly button facing the ground, the mat, and that left foot could walk towards your left hand, your right foot towards your left hand. So we're going to come on out and we're going to rest our head either on the mat or your fists, or if you have a yoga block. Inhale into the tightness you feel, especially around the outside of your right hip joint. And exhale, we're going to let it dissolve. As we look over to our right, this is just an option, take it or leave it. Rest on the left side of the face. And our right hand comes to the low back. Shoulders just flop and relax. Deep breaths. Try to exhale completely and let go of some of that tension you're feeling. As we untwist slowly, let's glance to the front and let's take our left fingertips a little farther away from us, helping to roll the left hip bone down, forehead down, and 2 more breaths. Let go of some of the tension as you exhale. And let's slowly walk ourselves back. Open up our chest and slide that right knee back. Allow those hips to kind of wiggle from side to side. And then go ahead and come to your last plank of today. So you want to make sure that your wrists are below your shoulders. Keep those abdominals strong, and let's come down nice and slow. Up dog, and push up if you want. Come to down dog. And we can take turns bending one knee and then the other again. Loosening up those lower legs. And we can reach our left toes up to the sky. So we walk our hands back and bend that left knee. Allow it to hang to your right. A little bit more weight in that right hand. Just enjoy that nice opening of the left hip and the stretch straight down the left side of the rib cage. As we slide that left knee between our hands for pigeon. Tucking those right toes under, walk the leg back. And we can always walk that left foot closer to the right hand. Opening that chest, and we're gonna walk it straight out the middle of the mat. Rest your forehead. Deep breath into the tightness around your left hip joint. Exhale, allow it to dissolve. Make sure you're exhaling completely. Feel free to look to your left, resting on the right side of the face. And if you want to, left hand could slide to the low back. Let's let our shoulders just relax. 2 more breaths here. Very slowly untwisting. And let's glance forward, allow our right fingertips to walk a little farther, forehead down, and breathe. Let's go ahead and inch our way back. Slide that left knee back. Allow those hips to kind of shake side to side a little bit. And then let's go ahead and have a seat at the front of the mat. Please make sure that your yoga strap is next to your mat so that you're going to be able to grab it when we need it. Let's go ahead and come into our boat pose. So shoulders relax, abs are strong. We'll do 2 boat poses today. Making sure that chest stays open. You could lift one leg, you could lift both. It's completely up to you. Inhale, lifting the toes. And let's slowly come into, well, what we're gonna start out with is butterfly, but those feet are farther away from you. We're gonna walk those hands out and just let our chest sink down. Good. Now we're going to pull those feet closer to us, heels closer to you, and hold on around your toes. Shoulders down, we're going to lift the head up, press the knees down, and now take our nose towards our toes. Now we're going to walk out just a little bit, walk those hands out a little farther. Let's wind around to our right. So those hands come around. See if your right hand can go behind you. Left hand towards the knee. And the chest is pulling down and you're twisting and looking over your right shoulder. Slowly come on around to the left. And let's bring that left hand behind you, right hand on the knee. Chest down and gently twist looking left. Good, untwist. And let's go ahead and have a seat sitting up nice and tall. Those fingertips are facing down. We're going to gently pull down on those fingers. Now shoulders relax. That right arm is going to come across the body and you're looking right. Now look to your left. Good, now let's switch. Your left fingertips are down. Gently pull them back. And then shoulders relax. Take that left arm across, look left. And then look to your right. Good. All right, let's go ahead and come into our last boat pose and then we'll rock back and lay on our mat. So shoulders down, engage those abdominals. You decide whether one or both legs are up. And take a couple breaths, lifting those toes. And slowly come on back. Hug those knees nice and tight into your chest. And hands on those knees, let's draw some circles to massage that low back. Gently in both directions. Now I'm going to give you the option to come into plow and shoulder stand. If it's too much for you, you can stay right here, rocking side to side. We'll join you very shortly. So if it's safe for your neck and your shoulders, you're going to gently take those legs back. Do not force it. Only go to where it's comfortable and safe for you. Knees sinking towards that forehead. Hands can be on the mat or at your low back. Completely up to you. Let's lift up into our shoulder stand. So that means toes are lifting to the sky. Tuck the pelvis under. Really lift those legs up. Continuing to breathe, let the legs relax out into a split. And take a breath. Straight back up into that shoulder stand. Very slowly back to plow. Knees are coming towards your forehead. And I want you to roll down nice and slow. So hands on the mat. Engage your abdominals. Don't hold your breath. Slowly come down. As those hips come down, straight arms between your knees. Let's do our happy baby. So either hold on to your ankles or your feet. Let the knees press out and gently rock side to side, just like a happy baby. And continuing to breathe, either continue to do this, or your first two fingers make a hook with your big toes, and you press those heels apart, allowing those legs to relax out. And let's release. Soles of the feet on the mat. See if you can touch your heels. And let's lift up into our bridge. Pushing those hip bones up towards the sky. Inhale, lift. And exhale, just peel that spine back down to the mat. So we go ahead and find our yoga strap. Place that right foot in the yoga strap. And let's let the left leg come flat on the mat. So let's hold that strap with your right hand. Take it out to the right as you glance to the left. Let's keep that left hip rolled down to the mat and gently pull with your right hand those toes aimed to the wall behind you. And let's slowly bring that leg up. Move the strap towards your right heel. Relaxed foot, and let's gently pull the leg in. See if you can push the back of your right knee away from you. Feeling that nice right hamstring stretch. And backing away. Strap comes towards the ball of the foot. Nice flex and gently pull it in. Now you can roll the foot out or in by pulling on one side of the strap. Wiggle it around and get your best right calf stretch. Now let's release and take it across the body. So your left hand's holding the strap. Glance to your right and gently pull. Now just completely relax the right leg. It's just hanging in the strap. Allowing that right IT band to get a good stretch. Let's bring the leg up. And let's go ahead and place both feet in your strap. So gently start to pull those legs towards you. Feel free to lift the hips and just stop when you've got enough for you. Releasing and taking the right leg flat on the mat. Left leg's gonna come out to your left, so you will look to your right. Let's keep our right hip rolled to the mat, not let it lift, and let's completely relax that left leg in the strap. Deep breaths, gentle pull. As that left leg comes to the sky, moving that strap towards your left heel. Wiggle that foot so it's relaxed. Gently pull it towards you, pressing your left knee away from you. Good. As you exhale and back away, let's move that strap towards the ball of your foot. Get a nice flex. Gently pull it in, and let's roll that foot out or in. Wiggle it and see what's your best calf stretch on your left side. And let's release. Right hand holding that strap. Take it across the body. Look to your left. Gentle pull. Stretching straight down your left IT band. Use your exhale to deepen that stretch if you'd like. As we slowly back away, placing that strap next to you, and let's lengthen the body from fingertips to toes. Nice and long, deep breaths. On your exhale, let's slide those arms down towards your sides. Rest them palms up. Eyes closed. You're deciding whether those arms are straight out or closer to your body. I want you to make this your resting pose, so your muscles can completely relax. You can allow yourself to inhale what you're going to need to have the best rest of your day that you can. Maybe that's some patience. Maybe it's some peace. And on your exhale, you're going to let go of whatever you don't want to take with you for the rest of your day. Maybe it's a grudge you've been holding on to. Maybe it's some negative self-talk. So let's pull all the breath to the very top of the head. Allow that breath to roll across your forehead and flow across your temples and across the back of the head. Breath flowing across your eyes and your nose and your cheekbones. Feel the breath flow across the back of your jaw and straight down the sides and back of your neck. Flowing across the top of your shoulders and allowing those shoulders to relax to the mat for a nice open posture. As your breath rolls down your arms, rounding your elbows, straight down your forearms, to your wrists, palms, and the top of your hand. Feel the breath between your fingers and all the way to your fingertips. As you exhale and allow those fingers to just gently wiggle. Noticing that breath surrounding your rib cage, one rib at a time. And rolling from the mid-back down to the small of the back. And across your waist and your abdominals. Nice deep breath in. Allow your hips and glutes to just relax to the mat, along with your quadriceps and your hamstrings, knees, shins, and calves, ankles, and then feel that breath flow across the bottom of your foot and roll across the top. Breath is between your toes and all the way to your toe tips. As you exhale and just move the toes gently, completely letting go of anything negative. Noticing the calmness and making that decision to bring that peace and calm into the rest of your day. So let's be nice to ourselves coming out of this position slowly, bending one knee and placing that foot on the mat. Allow the other knee to join it. As you slowly roll to one side, that bottom arm is your pillow. And then you very gently press yourself up to a sitting position. With a deep breath in, reaching the arms up. And exhale, bringing those hands to the heart and surrendering everything in that head to your heart. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks for joining me. Namaste.